Ants is a film you do not want to miss. Rents in that city have reached 11,000 Canadian dollars per square meter. And not only does this rile the market up, but it also inflames a society that's trying to transfer from communism to capitalism. In this film, with a hidden camera and handheld video footage, you start getting a keyhole look at how society is coming to terms with an upheaval in really the organizing factor of life over there, money.
If you see one film this year at Hot Docs 2014 on the big screen, I highly recommend you see Me Quitte Pas. It shows the dependence, the humor, the ruin of addiction, as well as friendship between these two Belgian men. And it's just a roller coaster ride through the highs and lows of alcoholism. There's a lot of just levity and truth and honesty and beauty in something that we normally regard as depressing and destructive.
The last season is an incredibly gentle and touching documentary about this community of mushroom hunters in Oregon. It's migrant workers from East Asia who come and are looking for this incredibly rare mushroom called the matsutake. And it's about, it focuses on these two older ex-soldiers who have found each other and have this unlikely friendship.
If you like jazz and inspiring stories, then Keep On Keepin' On is the documentary you should see. This film follows legendary jazz trumpeter Clark Terry, who is now 93 and struggling with his failing health. But this does not stop him from tirelessly mentoring young musicians, helping them to achieve their dreams in music. This is a deeply touching and emotional documentary about friendship, love, and strength, and it is filled with great music.
See No Evil is actually a surprisingly beautiful and intimate portrait of celebrity apes past their prime. You really get a sense of the world that they've experienced in the past and the journey that they have towards aging. And you really kind of see the human connections that we have with these incredible animals. It's a stunningly intimate portrait and something that is incredibly fascinating and, oddly enough, totally relatable.
Before the Last Curtain Falls opens as the cast of a hit stage production returns home for their final performance. And what makes this film so special is the combination of contemporary new wave dance inspired by Pina Bausch and the life stories of its cast, who are all transsexuals or gay men in their 60s and 70s. And the stories they tell are tender, funny, sometimes wonderfully lewd and overtly sexual.
If you are looking for a real-life Twin Peaks, you should go see Love and Terror on the Howling Plains of Nowhere. It's based on the critically acclaimed memoir by Poe Ballantine. This takes you to the town of Chadron, Nebraska, where Poe lives, and a neighbor of his went missing. The circumstances seem to be very clearly murder, but for some reason, an awful lot of the very eccentric folk who live in that town come up with a lot of other wildly divergent explanations for what might have happened. So the film becomes part biography, part murder mystery, all of it stranger than fiction, and needs to be seen to be believed.